CTV News with Carlyle Fiset.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. We begin tonight with the latest on legal action at London Health Sciences Centre. New documents obtained by CTV News reveal warnings were issued to the board years ago, which one former hospital executive says were ignored. With more, here's Rita Ismail.
Following yesterday's revelations of two bombshell lawsuits filed by London Health Sciences Centre, totaling $60+ million against former top executives, CTV News spoke with a former hospital CEO, Tony Dagnoni, who retired in 2005. Dagnoni shared letters he sent to the board, warning them of potential misconduct and calling hospital governance a colossal failure. Writing in part, LHSC board should be aware that a substantial amount of consulting fees incurred by the hospital were allegedly paid through a third party. If there is any element of truth to this transaction practice, one or more individuals should be held to serious account. Dagnoni says his concerns were dismissed by the board. According to newly obtained statement of claims prior to the hospital filing its series of lawsuits, two of the former senior executives named yesterday are suing LHSC for wrongful dismissal. Former CFO Abhi Mukherjee is suing LHSC for over $500,000, claiming he was fired without cause in August 2024, less than 2 years into his role. At the same time, former administrative executive Bradley Campbell is seeking more than $1.5 million, alleging LHSC breached a 5-year contract by terminating him prematurely. In its statement of defense, LHSC says prior to being hired in July of 2022, Campbell had previously worked with LHSC for approximately 6 years as a consultant through his various consulting businesses, including Corpus Sanchez International Consultancy, which is also named in the LHSC lawsuit. Reaction continues to pour in today, with the Ontario Nurses Association saying it's time for the province to start investing more of its healthcare dollars in frontline healthcare workers. In a statement to CTV News, ONA says the London community witnessed members of LHSC's previous senior management team, through years of scandal and controversy, treat its staff with disrespect, all while funds desperately needed for frontline care disappeared or were withheld. Peter Bergmanis of the Ontario Health Coalition, a provincial healthcare watchdog, agrees.
That money could have gone right to direct patient care. We have a hospital that is legendary for overcrowding, hallway medicine, wait times, ORs that can't run 24/7, and they are siphoning off for private gain millions of dollars. Shame on them.
All individuals named in the LHSC lawsuit are no longer employed at the hospital. London police continue to investigate. None of the allegations have been proven in court. Rita Ismail, CTV News.
To developing news tonight, another tariff announcement from President Donald Trump indicating a 35% levy will apply to all Canadian goods beginning August 1st. The president posted a letter to Mark Carney on social media expressing concern over apparent fentanyl flowing into the U.S. from Canada and claiming the problem has not been addressed. The federal government has increased border security in recent months and appointed a fentanyl czar, while official border statistics show less than 1% of fentanyl seized in the U.S. comes from Canada. Trump says this new tariff would apply separately from existing levies on autos, steel, and aluminum. Canada's Foreign Affairs Minister is overseas at the moment, and before Trump's announcement had expressed optimism a trade deal could get done with a July 21st deadline approaching.
This is an effort that we are putting all our weight behind. I will say that we are still hopeful that an agreement can be achieved indeed.
Meanwhile, federal government employees say they're bracing for layoffs, with the Prime Minister directing cabinet ministers to find savings, part of potentially broad spending cutbacks. Abigail Beeman reports.
I have a simple rule: spend less, invest more.
A new promotional video from the Prime Minister addressing what everyone in Ottawa is talking about, the call for big savings.
I will balance our operational budget in 3 years. We'll spend what we need to, with the money we already have.
But neither Mark Carney nor his ministers are talking specifics about potential chopping block targets, with a new goal to save $25 billion annually within the next 3 years.
I'm pretty thorough and I do my homework, and I'm going to do that before I have this type of conversation.
That $25 billion is a very large number.
The president of the Professional Institute of the Public Service of Canada wants to know more, worried about the possibility of cuts to jobs in Canada's meteorological service, warning of serious weather, for example, or food inspectors warning about food safety.
I'm really concerned that, it's not going to be just looking to find people through attrition. It's really going to cut deeply, and I think it really truly will affect service to Canadians.
So net, the actual number of public servants might actually stay the same.
Sahir Khan of the Institute of Fiscal Studies and Democracy does not expect immediate mass layoffs or impacts to services. He says it's more about reallocation to the new government's new priorities.
You're going to see public servants kind of have to go where the money is. So if your area is kind of getting de-emphasized in defense, RCMP, other areas, CBSA are getting emphasized, the money and the jobs are going to go there.
The call to Cabinet to find savings only went out this week with an end-of-summer deadline. We'll have to wait until the fall budget to get some serious specifics. And even then, this budget may not tell the full story. It's likely to be a multi-year exercise. Abigail Beeman, CTV News, Ottawa.
London City staff are proposing a relaunched loan initiative at City Hall meant to help middle-income earners get into the housing market. Brian Bicknell has more on the renewed interest in an old program.
Homeownership. It's a dream that's so close yet so far for some people.
It's a pretty big dream. It's kind of priority number one for us. We really want to get our own place.
Dave Lewis and his wife have rented an apartment in this downtown London high-rise for the past 18 years. But he says they've outgrown the place and want a home of their own. And while they both work, they don't make quite enough money to buy a decent house.
There's so many factors: the housing market, banks, the interest rates for banks, getting a proper mortgage, being able to compete, lack of availability.
City staff is proposing the reintroduction of a long-dormant program to help middle-income earners purchase their first home. The Affordable Home Ownership Program would assist renters and first-time buyers in London and Middlesex with down payments and closing costs in the form of a forgivable loan. Deputy Mayor Sean Lewis says this is an opportunity worth considering.
Because it frees up rental stock, and that has been the single biggest driver of housing affordability in our city for the last 6-7 years.
The original home ownership program went from 2008 to 2013 when market conditions at that time forced the closure of the program. The city says while the market has stabilized, the average home price does not match the average income. The program was funded by the provincial and federal governments. In 5 years, it issued 270 loans, lent out $2.3 million, discharged 173 loans, and received $2.4 million in payments. There are currently 97 remaining loans which will reach maturity between 2025 and 2033. The revolving loan fund now has a balance of $3.1 million.
It really is kind of a use it or lose it. I mean, we could leave it sitting there, but we can't use it for other things.
Eligible households in the relaunched program would be offered interest-free loans over 20 years, covering up to 5% of the home's purchase price to a maximum of $25,000.
We would like to be able to build equity with a property, and with renting, that's just not possible.
Brian Bicknell, CTV News.
A bench warrant was issued today for the arrest of former Woodstock Mayor Trevor Birch after he failed to show up at court. The 50-year-old was supposed to appear at the London courthouse to set a new trial date for his sexual assault case after a mistrial was declared late last year. Birch was also expected to retain a new lawyer after his previous counsel was disbarred. He was previously convicted of sexual assault and assault against a woman he had been in a relationship with. Birch was also found guilty of impaired driving after a crash in Oxford County 2 years ago. Police services across the province, including here in London, are launching a hiring campaign trying to convince more people to reinforce their ranks. As Jerry Dewan reports, London police leaders have money to spend and they're looking to recruit.
Many police services say retirements are outpacing new hires, so a province-wide recruitment campaign has been launched called Answer the Call.
You've heard it your entire life. That persistent pull to serve, help, uplift. It's what drives you to answer the call.
Policing is a calling, and we're looking to find the best and brightest in our community to come join our ranks.
Acting Superintendent David Yunan says the London service has been able to effectively find new recruits, but the challenges are expected to persist. It comes at a time when London police are trying to grow their complement with a record 4-year, $672 million budget, much of that geared to hiring 97 new officers. Yunan says London police have been running their own social media campaigns illustrating diverse opportunities within policing that would appeal to people with a range of backgrounds from finance to science to digital technologies.
There's a wide swath of different units and sections within the London Police Service. And that's something that once you achieve a certain amount of time on the frontline ranks, you can go and apply to these units and bring your talents into our organization.
The campaign is a collaboration of associations representing the province's chiefs, police boards, and labor organizations. Elmer Police Chief Kyle Johnstone says being part of this campaign and having the reach across the province that it offers is extremely beneficial for a smaller police service.
Bringing everyone together kind of removes this kind of siloed approach that we were all taking, all very well-meaning, rowing in the same direction. But at the end of the day, this is something that's good for policing in Ontario collectively, and all of our efforts combined are really going to make a difference.
The website itsacalling.ca provides links to all police services across the province and provides insights into the world of policing. Jerry Dewan, CTV News.
The victim of a hit and run from 2 weeks ago in Midwestern Ontario is sharing her story, hoping the person who hit her comes forward. As Scott Miller reports, in addition to the serious injuries she suffered, she also lost a close companion.
Somebody's put flowers on it. It was an emotional return to the scene of the location where Diane Lummis was hit by an ATV, injuring her and killing her service dog in training.
I can just barely remember the sound. I have no memory after that. We assumed that I was unconscious for up to 45 minutes.
Lummis had to be airlifted to hospital on June 23rd when a passing ATV hit her and her service dog Mac while the pair were walking on a multi-use rail trail south of Markdale.
My hip was almost dislocated. My wrist was badly sprained. I have another concussion. I have a contusion on my spine, and I have some neck issues.
Lummis was out completing a fundraising walk to raise money for cancer research in honor of her dearly departed mother.
This was my present to her. I was going to finish my 50K walk as my birthday present to her.
But what Lummis really lost that day was her best friend.
I will heal. It will take some time. I will heal. The spot that Mac has in my heart will take forever to heal.
With no memory of the incident, Lummis knows that the only way she gets some answers is if the person that hit her and Mac comes forward.
This is for Mac. I want someone to come forward and just say, hey, I'm sorry.
Lummis vows to finish the 15 kilometers she has left in her fundraising walk, crutches and all. She says she'll likely complete it on the rail trail where she was hit just to visit Mac's memorial, but she'll have Mac and his ashes with her the entire time. Near Markdale, Scott Miller, CTV News.
Southwestern public health officials say someone was exposed to a bat infected with rabies in Woodstock recently. Rabies usually spreads to humans through bites or scratches from an infected animal, and if left untreated, it can be deadly. Health officials say all animal bites should be reported to the local health unit. Peak summer travel season is picking up at Canadian airports. According to the Greater Toronto Airports Authority, more than 11 million travelers are expected to pass through Pearson this summer, about 160,000 passengers on some of the busiest days. Officials say flyers should try to arrive at least 2 hours before a domestic flight and 3 hours before an international flight's departure time to ensure smooth check-in and security screening. A Woodstock-based country musician has released a new song about a devastating personal loss. Sean Irvin has more on the creative process behind the track and the impact it's already making.
Mama always told me life ain't fair. Musicians often express loss through a song.
For Woodstock country artist Tracy Kennedy, her latest track is about the worst kind of loss anyone could experience, the death of a child. Her daughter Kaylee died by suicide in the summer of 2022, just a few short years after she'd shared the stage with her mother.
And a friend just so happened to capture that moment, and I'll treasure that forever.
Kaylee had long struggled with the loss of her father and grandfather and suffered anxiety during the pandemic while living alone in Toronto. Tracy offered frequent love and support, but never anticipated the devastating phone call she received from a police officer telling her Kaylee had died.
All of a sudden, my world just exploded.
Tracy would spend the next year going through all the stages of grief. She'd also question herself.
Why didn't I see the signs earlier? And you just go through a roller coaster.
Then Kaylee's friend gave Tracy a bound book with blank pages to write down her thoughts. Over many months, the thoughts became a song about her heartache. Tracy, who recorded an album and toured Canada and the U.S. 2 decades ago, returned to the studio. The result is her new song, You Never Said Goodbye.
Help me understand the reasons why you never said goodbye.
It has already hit #1 on the independent Canadian Country Top 100 list. It has also been nominated for the Josie Awards at the Grand Ole Opry in November.
Leaving me here to face my biggest fight.
Tracy hopes the track reaches parents and families who've lost loved ones to suicide.
I want those that hear the song to know it's okay to feel the way you feel. It's okay to cry.
In Woodstock, Sean Irvin, CTV News.
Still to come, summer camp for everyone. The local YMCA making it more accessible for newcomers to our community. Strength in the base metals sector helped Canada's main stock index climb higher. The TSX was up 110 points. In New York, the Dow added 192. The Nasdaq rose 19. The Canadian dollar gained a modest 0.05 of a cent today. On commodity markets, gold is up almost $5 an ounce. Oil fell about $1.80 a barrel. Ontario's opposition party leader is calling out the provincial government and the decision to take over 4 public school boards, including the Thames Valley District Board. With more on those criticisms, here's Beth McDonough.
Matthias D. Dovidas is an elected TDSB school trustee. Yet go online and check his webpage. You'll see this banner which says the power of trustees now falls under the Minister of Education. His job no longer defined.
Currently, we're being told not to respond directly to any parents and to forward them to a central email.
Today, he joined Ontario's leader of the opposition, school union leaders, and parents in calling for investments to education over cuts. There is some fear this could be a step to eliminating school trustees, which advocates here say are vital to navigate a large school system.
Despite the fact that the TDSB balanced its budget and that the investigation found no evidence of financial mismanagement, the Ford government continues to place the blame on trustees rather than where it belongs, squarely on themselves.
At the end of June, the education minister announced he was taking control of 4 school boards, including the Toronto District School Board, the Toronto Catholic District School Board, and Dufferin-Peel Catholic District School Board, and appointed supervisors at each. Writing in a statement to CTV News, "We are restoring accountability in Ontario's education system and putting all trustees on notice. Focus on your mandate or step aside." The NDP and Liberals have made their choice to defend trustees who abuse public funds and fail students. They protect broken boards and oppose accountability. While they fight to support out-of-touch school board trustees, we will fight for students, parents, and teachers. The NDP blames the Conservatives for not investing enough in schools, saying instead since 2018, funding per student in Ontario has decreased by $1,500.
Doug Ford is using his own underfunding
to justify a political power grab. And now local schools are being run by inexperienced political insiders.
I see parents being pushed to the sidelines in this. Staff are stretched beyond their capacity. And it's our children who are falling through the cracks.
The minister says he's focused on listening to parents and teachers about setting students up for success and less concerned about the opinions of trustees that have failed in putting students first. Beth McDonnell, CTV News.
Partly cloudy overnight with a bit of patchy fog developing. You wake up to lots of sunshine on Friday morning. Thank you to Derek Brooks for sending this photo in. This is his son Nick's dog, Grizz. What a cutie. Lots of sunshine in the forecast and heating up as we head into Friday afternoon.
Welcome back with Julie on the desk now. And as we get into the midst of summer season for sure and summer forecasting, a pretty typical forecast. Hot, humid, chance of showers, chance of thunderstorms for the weekend.
Okay, I'm done. You're good.
Yeah, that was it, right? That's all.
For sure. I mean, a forecast this time of year, that's what people hope for, of course. The warm weather if you have vacations, not so much if you have to work outdoors. The humidity levels increasing and continuing to do so as we head into tomorrow. So hot, humid air in place. Anytime you get an air mass that's this hot and humid, of course, a little trigger and you get thunderstorms. Lots of moisture to work with, those high dew points. As a result, we see torrential downpours associated with some of these storms. 29 today, so 17 the low. Comfortable overnight, so we are still seeing those overnight lows drop off, so 14 to 16 degrees across parts of southern Ontario. If you are near Lake Huron tonight, 18 to 19. It'll be quiet overnight. We are under the influence of high pressure. We did have some scattered showers along a stationary boundary that was south of the area today. In central Quebec, we have a little bit of low pressure that's bringing some shower action, but we are in the clear so far, with the exception of daytime heating and pop-up thunderstorms. That'll be your weather story for your Friday. So we'll start the day with a mix of sun and cloud, carrying us into the afternoon. And you can see this model not showing a whole lot. We could see a little pop-up shower towards Haldimand, Norfolk, in and around Niagara, and things get going in through a southern Michigan. Other than that, remains fairly quiet. Saturday morning, we could squeak out a little shower as well. There's this complex area of thunderstorms that could develop. If they hold, we could see a shower first thing in the morning. Then we're back into a mix of sun and cloud. Saturday afternoon into the evening, lots of instability. This will be associated with a low pressure system and a cold front that'll be driving in from the west. As that comes in Saturday night, there'll be some showers around and heading into a Sunday morning. So your Friday forecast, looking great, 29 degrees. It'll feel like 38 if you are heading down to Rock the Park. Make sure to hydrate before you go. Mix of sun and cloud. It's going to be a steamy evening. Our East Park forecast for Saturday, a mix of sun and cloud to cloudy with sunny breaks. The high 31. Again, it'll feel like the upper 30s. Chance of showers on Sunday. Saturday into Sunday, it's mainly Saturday night, Sunday morning where we'll see the rainfall at 28. So the weekend, definitely lots of dry time to get outside and enjoy if you are heading to the beach or East Park or to Rock the Park or many of the things going on in and around the area. We do have a nice weekend setting up with the exception just of a few showers. Lots of sunshine in the forecast on Monday, a mix of sun and cloud on Tuesday. Daytime highs from 29 to 30 degrees. Midwestern Ontario, your probability is a bit higher for showers Saturday afternoon into the evening into Sunday. So it looks to be a bit more widespread for you. And that'll be central areas of Huron, Perth and north of that. Mix of sun and cloud for your Friday. Hot and steamy at 29, 31 on Saturday and 27 degrees on Sunday. It's going to be hot next week, and we have lots of sunshine in the extended forecast. Carlyle, back to you.
Thanks, Julie. London Knights head coach Dale Hunter will be behind the bench for Canada at the 2026 World Juniors. Hunter previously won gold with Canada at the 2020 tournament. His brother Mark will also be part of the team's management group. The Hunters are coming off a Memorial Cup championship with the Knights last month, their third national junior title. The 2026 World Juniors start Boxing Day in Minnesota. CTV News London has a newsletter helping you start your day with the latest local headlines. By signing up, you'll get local news content from CTV London direct to your inbox, including top stories, the forecast, and videos. You can sign up at ctvnewslondon.ca. Finally tonight, summer camp season is well underway, including YMCA day camps. And according to officials with the Y, this year they're hosting even more kids thanks to a dedicated effort to make it all more affordable, especially for newcomers to London. Lauren Stallone reports.
Summer is officially underway and thousands of kids are taking part in the YMCA's summer day camp program across southwestern Ontario.
Instead of sitting in your desk playing video games and like just spamming on that keyboard 24/7, it's just a way to get out of the house, and your parents are free and you have amazing counselors, so you're in good hands.
Why do you like being outside and being with other kids?
So you get like fresh air and you're so young.
I like coming here because I always want to meet new people, and I love spending my time outside. Like, we get to go boating on the water and we're like walking and we're having fun.
Children attending the camp get to participate in a wide range of activities like swimming, crafts, and all sorts of outdoor play.
The program is really fun. I really enjoy boating. You get to take the kids out on the canoe. It's really fun. It's nice to just have a good time with kids. You get paid for it.
This summer, the Y is also offering financial assistance to newcomer families.
Thanks to the TD Group, there's been, this year again, they've provided an incredible $20,000 in funding to help newcomers, new to Canada from a whole bunch of countries around the world, who can have this experience that otherwise wouldn't be able to benefit from it.
Organizers say this program gives children of all backgrounds, beliefs, and abilities the chance to shine.
The idea of this camp is to provide opportunities for newcomers to have really healthy, developmental, fun experiences for their kids as they arrive here in Canada.
Camp counselors say it is a privilege to watch the children flourish and grow throughout their time together.
I love seeing them smile. I love making their day, and I love trying to show up, be my best so that they can all have fun and go home smiling to their parents.
Lauren Stallone, CTV News.
That's it for us. Thanks for watching. For all of us at CTV News London, I'm Carlyle Fiset. Have a good night.